December the 12th, 2016, 2 a.m. And I was wondering about we've talked a lot about Obama and the executive orders over the last at least 4 years that have been issued. Um, and we've been talking about the idea that almost everything that he's done, at least on paper, can be undone by the next president of the United States and probably will be undone, especially the DREAM Act and things like that that never went through proper channels. But the thought occurred to me that the same thing can be said for every major idea that has come along by liberals, that they believe that these things won't go away. And I'm specifically talking about major decisions made in the Supreme Court, like abortion. Roe v. Wade is one huge example of one that could very well one day it change. The only reason why Roe v. Wade still stands to this day is because Judge Rehnquist and I believe even Scalia believed in the ideal of settled law, which means that since Roe v. Wade has been around for such a long time, they don't want to make any massive changes, but they will nibble around it, allowing certain common sense restrictions without actually overturning it. So I just think you should really kind of consider, if you're liberal, that you might want to consider making these things long term, because it would only take, Republicans already know this, it would only take one mistake during an election of putting in the wrong president, in viewpoint, obviously, and the wrong Congress. Because all it would take is a Congress that's willing to pass something that's unconstitutional, a president willing to sign it, and 5 judges on the Supreme Court willing to make it a law. So you really might want to consider the possibility that at the very least Roe v. Wade, which is really still controversial, could be undone. And it's not the only one that could be undone. A lot of the decisions that were made by the Warren Court, or I should say the Burger Court, was done under these rules. And I've said before, I agree that obviously integration, no problem with that. I don't think that anybody, I understand why it was done, the way it was done. It made perfect sense. There was a lot of anger out there, and there was a reasonable idea that we the people meant we the people, including minorities. So obviously, even though it wasn't what's in the Constitution, it's probably never going to go away because it shouldn't go away. I would hope it would never go away. And as far as to point out just how fast things can change, 2 decades ago, we didn't discuss the possibility of what public bathroom could be used. And yet we're in the middle of having this discussion now, which really the only way to do that would be to have police officers standing outside of the public bathrooms and checking ID, which would be crazy. I would think that should be clear. So the only way to protect the children would be that way anyway. I know Democrats don't believe that's necessary, but anyway. So I just wanted to put that out there. Take it for what it is. It's my opinion, and if this thing happens to be around for another decade or so, and Democrats keep messing up, one of these days they're going to wake up and they're going to realize, just like they did on 2016, that all the things that Obama did they were all illusionary. And that's exactly what Roe v. Wade is. It's just an illusion. Someday it could be just gone away effectively with just a vote, and that I think is something to be thought about. Thank you. Bye bye.